Welcome to qnawire.
I'm not quite sure what your drop-down options are for fill in the blank, so I'm going to go through this in a traditional method and then you can choose accordingly. So to test the claim that the mean GPA of night students is smaller than the mean of GPA of day students, we'll use a two-sample t-test. So that's probably the test is. And that's going to be for independent samples. And so first formulate the hypotheses. So the null hypothesis would be that the mean GPA of night students is not smaller than the mean of GPA students. The alternative is that the mean GPA of night students is smaller than the mean of GPA students. I'm going to identify mu1 is night students, and mu2 is day students. And so maybe the claim would be, you're going to have to navigate with those drop-down menus to make that according. Again, this would be a two-sample t-test for independent samples. Now, to get the test statistic, we calculate that as the difference between the two sample means over the square root of the standard deviation squared from the first sample over its sample size plus the standard deviation from the second sample squared over its sample size. And so the mean from the sample from the night students was 3.15, the mean from the day students was 3.2, the standard deviation from the first was 0.06, and the sample size was 11. The standard deviation from the second was 0.02 with a sample size of 23. Let's calculate. And that's a t-score of negative 2.69 to 2 places. The p-value, since there would be degrees of freedom of, you add the two samples together, which is 34, and then subtract 2. Degrees of freedom is 32. Our significance is 0.025. And so you would go to your critical value, the t-student table. This is going to be left-tailed with 32 degrees of freedom at 0.025. And that's a critical value of negative 2.04, but we want a p-value. And the p-value is 0.0056, but I'm not sure what your drop-down menu options are, but the p-value is less than our significance of 0.025 or alpha. And so based on this, we would reject the null hypothesis And there does appear to be enough evidence to support the claim that the mean GPA of night students is smaller than the mean GPA of day students.